A stroll down the aisle at Kalustyan's in Manhattan is also a stroll through history.
It's a great feeling to just be a part of something besides the history of Kalustyan's.
Here in this building, which now is home to a spice store, a vice president became president.
And it's around 2 a.m. That he takes the oath of office in the front parlor of his own home.
Back in 1881, President James Garfield was shot. He held on for months, but died in September, his vice president needing to step in immediately. Lily Wong of the New York Historical Society explains that plans were quickly made for his VP, Chester Arthur, to take the oath of office.
There was an urgency to it, right? The cabinet wanted the vice president to be sworn in as president sort of as quickly as possible.
So he was, right in the parlor of his home, 123 Lexington Avenue, a discrete piece of American history, noted only by a hazy plaque.
The plaque is a little hard to read, but the plaque has been there for a long time. So people do come in and say, oh, I just heard, either because they saw it or they were reading history.
George Washington is the only other president to be inaugurated in New York City.
The building that he was inaugurated in was demolished in the early 1800s, but there is a building now, Federal Hall in New York City, that was rebuilt later.
Pieces from Washington's inauguration are on display at the New York Historical Society's Meet the President's exhibit.
And we also have the Bible that he swore the oath on.
Of the two, President Arthur's building is the only one still standing. And even though he only lasted one term, the legacy of his inauguration has really spiced up history on this relatively quiet city block. There have been some changes to the building since President Arthur's death, but this often overlooked special piece of New York City history is still here, and it's a National Historic Landmark. In Manhattan, Emily Drewby, Currents News.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get updates to all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.